Hi, this is Bruno the Barber. I'm going to, or Tony Ritchie, Bruno the Barber of BandHub alias. I'm going to go through and um, show a couple of things that I've been asking for in BandHub. We've, they've been moving on doing some pretty cool features, but there's a couple things that bother me from time to time that I would like to report on a video because it's kind of hard to explain sometimes on a piece of paper or an email. So here we go. First off, I'm on my profile. I got a lot of collabs. So when I scroll down, um, I have to get all, it's only like incremental. We know why. You can see down here it's loading more and more and more. Well, that's fine and dandy. But I have 355 of them, and I just added a collab that I want to be on top of my profile. And it was a new collab that I did. So the way you can move things around is you can go in here and change the positions. You can see this particular field controls what's on top of your profile, or what position any of these, like this is position 1, this is position 2. If I want like this collab to be in position number 2, I can switch it. That's pretty nice, and that's fine. But the bottom line is I've got a collab. It's on the bottom of my list, and I can't get to it. So yes, in as a pro, I have this your collab list, which was a great enhancement that we put in. But when I had asked for this list to be created, I might not have been the only one to ask that it was created. But I did ask for the list, and you guys did a great job on it. So I can actually sort by collabs in the order that I want. So this was the one I wanted to put on top. But in order for me to get to this, I might have to scroll down for about 5 minutes on my profile, and I can't get to it after a couple of minutes before I can move it to position number 1. So what I'm asking for is that you put in on this column right here a position column. So let us go through and have the ability to change the positions from here. And then we can sort it by the positions, and we'll kind of understand what order our profile is in based on this list. Okay, so that was one issue. And this is one of 2 items I want to add to this list. So that's just one point. And so that will make it a lot easier for people to organize their profile page using this list as a tool. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to my profile and go to the playlists. Now the playlists, first off, on an Android device for me, when I'm in my car and I want to play a playlist, I can. It's not listed in your mobile app. So adding the playlist to your mobile app would be great. Um, there's a couple of other mobile problems too with Android where you can't play these songs when you see them in the profile. You have to search them up here, then that list shows up, and then you can press them, and then they'll play. Same thing from the news feed. You can't play them from the Android devices. When you hit play, like when you see this, you press it, it does nothing. So I'm hoping you can fix that. Now let's go on to the playlist. The playlists are here. Okay, if you notice, I have all these songs down here, 355 collabs, but you don't see what playlist they're on right now. You don't know whether or not this song is on a playlist or not. From your collab list that we were looking at a minute ago, we have no idea either where these songs or these collabs, if they have a playlist or not. So what I have to do is I have to go in the playlist, and you can see it only lists about 4 or 5 songs at a time. Well, I might have more than that. Down here in the 90s, I have 15 collabs. I can't tell from looking at all these playlists because they're all grouped. I created these playlists and I added songs to them, but I can't tell at a glance for my songs, what songs on what playlist 100%. Like right now, I have to open this up, like right here, the originals. I have to click this to open all of the items. Then I have to look through to figure out where the song is in a playlist. I just don't know quickly where my songs are on the playlist when I'm looking at a profile or if I'm looking on the collab list. So my goal is to try to get my collabs, 355 of them, look at the list right here, and then say to myself, which songs or which collabs are on a playlist right now? What playlist are they on? Are they on a playlist? Yes or no? So if we add a playlist column here, then I won't have to wonder whether or not this song's on a playlist or not. And then I can sort it or filter like we're filtering here. Like you have the collaborators listed, you list multiple collaborators. So it might be possible to, you see how they're separated? It might be possible to add your playlist column on the right, listing what playlist that they're on, because you're not going to know what songs are on a playlist by looking at the profile. So here's a really quick example. I look at my profile. Let me get my profile up. Here's my question right off the bat. Hey, this is a cool song. What playlist it is on? I don't know. How can I add this to a playlist? Okay, I know how to do it. I have to go here. I click that. Let's add it to a playlist. Now, I don't know if this is on a playlist still from this pop-up. What playlist is this on already? If it's already on a playlist, I don't know. So now I have to assume that it's not on a playlist, which it is already. It might be on 2 different playlists by mistake. I don't know. I have to look through all the playlists one by one and expand them to find the song on this list. That's why we need it on the collab list. So if we go down here, I'm going to add it to my originals. Okay, cool. Or I can create a new playlist. That's cool. But what playlist is it currently on? This pop-up should tell me. This song is currently on playlist X, Y, Z, blah, 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 or is not currently on a playlist. So that way I don't have to add it by mistake again to another playlist, and I have it. It's just hard to organize. So if I hit add here, that's cool, but you can see the dialogue. I have no idea. Okay? Now, it's important that we add in here maybe a column playlist or something like that, or even in the drop down, maybe something under here that says, already, playlists are listed underneath. That's already on there, or just so we know when we scroll down, and then add it to the collab list. If you add it to the collab list, then we'll be able to tell and organize stuff. Okay. Now I'm going to get over to the collab list itself. The collab list, what I'm trying to do with it, I think it's cool that we have it. I'm not complaining here at all. I'm just saying that these are the things that make me upset when I'm trying to use the software, and it doesn't seem like it's a very hard thing to do to add 2 columns to this list. One is the positions, and let you set the positions from here. That way you can control your profile display. And 2 is the playlist, so you know if a song is not on a playlist or what playlist they're on. It makes it really, really easy to organize somebody's collabs, because I have a lot of collabs so far. Okay, on the list itself, I have 355 items. So I don't have any numbering here, like 1 through whatever, because this is kind of like a running grid. We understand there's resource hogs, so I have to scroll down. You can see all 355 are here. But here's the thing that makes me a little upset. I want to copy all of these. Now I'm going to go from here, because I want them on a spreadsheet. There's no export of the list. I might want them on a spreadsheet so I can organize them, look at them, do what I want. If I go all the way down here to the bottom, I'm trying to highlight all of these, okay? I'm figuring if I were to hit Control C right now and then run my notepad program on my PC, I could paste all of these 355 songs, because it looks like a highlighter from top to bottom, right? But what's going to happen is it's not going to copy all 355. It only copies what's currently on the visible list. So I'm going to paste right now. Of course, the copying doesn't do it very much justice. It's kind of ugly. But I don't. I only have. I don't have all. I could probably script something to make a spreadsheet out of it. So this is kind of a headache, even when you copy and paste. But even when you see head over heels is the first one. Okay. So I couldn't get all of the collabs to paste because it's only going to paste whatever your current screen, visible screen is, no matter how much you scroll down. So can we please add an export list? So what you see is what you get. So if I'm looking at this list and I hit export, then we can have a file that we can open up or something, or it's comma, separated file or just something, because we can pass this off to our friends. We can keep an organized list. We can take this list and we can go back to our profile like this and edit our descriptions and maybe put in here's the last 10 things I've been working on. Okay. Now we're off a couple of points that I've made, and I'll summarize what they are. Now on the left hand side, something that we used to have down here was when you looked at a profile of a member, that you would see what activity they had. Now I realize this was probably removed for resource hog reasons, but that is important. If I want to go to my friend Gia and click on her name and I come down here, what has Gia been doing? I have no idea what she's been doing anymore. So I can't really follow Gia's activity. I might want to jump on a song that she put vocals on or drums, and unless I get invited, I really don't know what's going on with my friends. So I'm hoping that you can either put that back, or I would suggest that we add some kind of button over here somewhere that says, recent activity. So if you press it, it'll do like maybe a pop-up or something and say, okay, so and so, like it would kind of give you what we would have down here in the past. So rather than having it live for every member, maybe you can do it as a on-demand function. Just add those same historical analysis you had there before. Just put it in a button and have it called on the fly. If you can do that, that'd be great, because it helps us to collaborate better. And this is what this site's all about, is collaboration. So it would make sense. So as far as a recap goes on what I'm saying is, one, this position needs to be added to the collab list for the pro members, okay, because we don't want to scroll down. Secondly, the playlists should be displayed. You're displaying the position. Display what playlists this thing currently is on or not. And also show that playlist column in the collab list. Now, while you going back one step, this position here from the collab list, you should allow them to change parameters and values on the collab list somehow, because that way they can organize their profile. If you can't do that, excuse me, if you can't do that and you can't allow them to change the positions, then from the collab list, let somebody have the ability to sort the list the way they want. These are the ones that I created. This is the latest one. Whatever order this is set, and perhaps you can have favorites where you can click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so they'll always be on the top no matter what. But if you can get a button on here that says make the current list my profile order, like you can press it, go click. So for example, if this week I want all my recent or created collabs to be in the order of the list, I can click a button and this list becomes my profile's order. Okay? If I am a type of player that, hey, I'm proud of the work I've done, and I have this list where the most plays I want this on the top. Now, of course, the profile list is only going to be things where the organizer, you're the organizer on it for your profile. But at least take the sorting that's currently displayed right now. So in other words, I just sorted by number of plays. So if I hit make my button called make this list my profile display, whatever you want to call the button, then my profile would have BandHub K-Bass would be first on the top, and then the second song would be this Kiss song here, Bruno the Barber's Organizer. That'd be second, and I don't have to go through and fumble around through the profile list and scroll down 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 to get to the song that I want on the top, so I can go to position 1 and then put it up on the top, right? So these are pretty fundamental things that would definitely improve the profile, help us to work with other members. So add the position to the columns, add the playlist to the columns in the collab list, allow the position to be controlled within the list, and you would only display the positions for items that you're the organizer for, of course. The Android problems I mentioned, if you can just look at all this stuff and maybe address it. I know I've emailed on this several times from day one when the collab list came out. I sent emails. Please put this on your list and have it for future development. I mean, no rush. It's your software. I'm a member. I'm a paying member. I'm a pro member. I run the K-Base, and I can tell you right now, if I have these frustrations, others have these frustrations. So they're minor frustrations, but still, again, if you want the software to be improved and you want it to be cool, these are some cool things. So I thank you for your time, and have a good one.